All right, hi parents. Thank you for going with us on the field trips. Video is for you guys. So, SeaWorld, 270 kids. Yes, that's what we have, and we are ready to go. So let's get this underway. Thank you for going. Appreciate the fact that you're going. Without you, this trip wouldn't even be possible. So I'm super glad that you're going to go with us. And just a few things that we need to cover so that you'll be prepared. So the first thing I want to talk about is that we have a remind group set up just for the field trip. Please text at the at symbol AG4AAK to 81010. This is going to be a one-way communication. Also, if you need to call me, this is my phone number. You can certainly call me at that. Um, or if you have Miss Sims and her phone in your phone, you can call her. I don't have her number handy, or I will give you that as well. But the remind message is the way that I will send out messages to the whole entire group. To make sure that we're ready to go. If we need to check someone out, if you have so and so, I'll ask you to please send me that kid. We've had emergencies happen like that where parents had to come get their kid in the middle of the day, family emergencies or things like that. So, anyway, there's our communication process. So I need you to arrive here at 6:30, maybe just a few minutes before. The students will also start arriving at 6:30. We are leaving at 7 a.m. Okay, that's backwards. Leaving at a.m. 7. That's true. We're leaving. And we need to leave the parking lot on time. We need to pull out before the school buses start getting here. So we want to do that. We'll get to the park about 9 a.m. We will have to stay on the bus. They would not send us our tickets ahead of time. So we'll stay on the bus for a minute while I run in and get the tickets, and then the kids will come in, spend the day in the park. We'll meet at the gate at 6, and then we hope to be home by 9 o'clock. But it shouldn't take that long, but we should be home definitely before 9. So that's kind of our schedule for the day. So when you get there in the morning, I want you to park in the front parking lot and in the front office. Go to your bus number and check in. The bus number is going to be the same as your kiddo's bus, so they should know who that is. All the buses are not completely filled yet. We don't have all that logistics worked out. But also the names are going to be on the front of the bus, so you'll be able to see chaperone names and you'll be able to find that there. They're color coded, so if your kid remembers the color of their bus number, they should know all of that. Um, You'll get your list of your group members from there, from the teacher. Now, on the groups, you guys signed up to be a chaperone for the trip. You didn't sign up to just be a chaperone just for your kiddos group. There are kiddos who don't have parents going, and so they have to be placed in a group somewhere. I tried my best to put kids with kids that they knew for sure, that they were friends, and we asked a bunch of questions. And then, of course, we had this drama at the last minute where kiddos want to be moved out of a group because of this, that, or the other. However, you may not know every kid in your group, and that's okay. Your kiddo may not know every person in their group. There will just be maybe at the most two that they wouldn't know. But thank you for chaperoning. We appreciate that. Um, you just may not know every kid in your group, but you will before the day's over. You'll know how great they are. And I tried to, match students together of like personalities that I knew, and if I knew that they each liked baseball or whatever the case may be, tried to put those together with kiddos that didn't have chaperone groups already planned. um, Please check in with your group as they get there. Ask them to go to the bathroom. Make sure that they go to the bathroom before we leave, and confirm that everybody in your group is present. The teacher will take roll, but it just kind of helps to, if you put a face with the names. And if you're comfortable with it, you guys can exchange phone numbers if they have a phone, if you want to get their phone, in case they kind of wander off or something, or you turn around and you don't see them and they're somewhere else, just in case you might want to do that. Okay, so when we're on the buses, the girls are going to sit in the back seats, boys are going to sit in the front seats. Students may bring their headphones, bring their phones, and the headphones. They have to use headphones, earpods on the bus or whatever. And also, anything that's unacceptable to do, look at, listen to at school is also unacceptable on the bus, with the exception of the video games. They can play their games on their phone if they wish. Kiddos are only allowed to have water bottles or like a Coke bottle with a twisty top, or has to have the twist on it. Can't be a straw. We just don't want to clean up all those messes, so we're just making that rule to begin with. So that means none of the kiddos can have Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. If they bring it, they'll have to drink it, which means they're just going to have to go pee. But I've told them not to bring it. They don't need that early in the morning to be going. So The donuts, yes, they can have that, but not the iced coffees and things like that. So they can bring snacks on the bus. Speaking of that, they can bring those snacks. They just have to clean up, and there'll be garbage bags kind of in the middle, and absolutely no gum. That's a charter bus rule. We do not want to be charged extra money to clean up gum off the bus, so they may not have gum on the bus. They can have all the gum they want in the park if that's allowed, or whatever, but not on the bus. Um, Also, buses, when we get to SeaWorld, we're going to have them clean up all their mess, throw away any trash they may have. And then also, they have to clean up the bus again when we get home. I think I may talk about that later. So, in the park, stay with your kiddos. Nobody should go off alone. If the kiddos want to go into the store and they got another kiddo here getting food or whatever, as long as you need to be able to see them. They need to be with you at all times. You need to go as a group. That kind of makes it a little difficult. One's got to go to the bathroom. Everybody's got to go. They can't run off. Again, if you're comfortable, exchange numbers. If you have kiddos who don't want to ride rides, but others do, and I tried my best to make sure everybody in the group liked to ride roller coasters or didn't or whatever, just make that aware for them. But if you run into those issues, you got to stay with the kiddos. So you can't leave a kiddo down there while they don't go ride. Um, so you can't leave a kiddo while the others go ride. There, you have to stay with them. Now, if you have to stay with the kiddo on the other side while the others are riding the ride, that's going to happen. But you can't leave the kiddos alone. They've got to be with a chaperone because that's what the parents are expecting on the other end, to be that their kid is taken care of, and that is what you've signed up to do. So and if they want to go ride a ride and the other kids want to ride another ride, you can't split your group. Also, in groups, we're not allowed to change groups. So if little Michelle is in a group and I want to go be in Brent's group, Mr. Cofield, if I was a kiddo, want to go be in that different group, you can't trade off kids either. The kids have to stay with you. Now, if there is a problem and something happens, um, and we need to work something out, just give me a call. We can work it out. We want everybody to have a good time. We want all the kids to have a good day, but in the end, it's about the kiddos. So we want to make sure that the kids are having a great time, they're having a good day, and we'll talk about that discipline section in just a second. I'm also going to request that they do not have any caffeine after 4:30. If they have been drinking a lot of sugar drinks and they've been having a lot of caffeine all day long, they need some water if they're thirsty. So we will make sure they're well hydrated, and we also don't want them to have a lot of caffeine for the bus ride home. So after 4:30, no caffeine. I know caffeine has a half life of, I forget, it's like, probably should have said that part, but I know caffeine stays with them for a little bit longer. But we want them to have plenty of water and be hydrated. If a student needs something, please let me know. We can work that out. Um, and we'll be able to work that out. So also in the park, no problems, but I don't expect any problems. We have a great group of kids going. Um, but if so, that's how the best way to handle it. Give them some warnings. They're going to be excited. They're going to have, a lot of energy, and they're going to be running around and everything. So give them some warnings. Be clear with your warnings. Please don't jump over the rails anymore. Do not jump over the rails anymore. Give them clear warnings. Um, but if the behavior doesn't stop, if they continue to do that same thing, if they continue leaving you and won't stay with your group, if they continue with a behavior that is causing problems for the whole entire group, call me. The kiddo will come sit with me. We'll go do something extremely boring. They won't be running around playing. I'm not going to take them to run around and play when when they're not able to work well in their group. So they'll have some time out. Then they're going to get to return the group. One kiddo should not ruin the day for the whole group. So if there is that problem, please let me know. They'll come sit with me and some other teachers for a little while. We will take care of that. We're not going to let that happen. But use your best judgment. Be sure you're clear. Be sure you've been clear with them, and be sure they know your expectations. I am going to be clear with them in our meeting before we go about what the expectations are. They are to listen. They are to mind. They are to stay with the group. They are to be kind. They are to enjoy the day. And we'll talk about all the good things that can happen when they do the right thing. And then we'll talk about what happens if they choose to disobey, because they will know the rules and they will choose to disobey at that point. So you call me, and myself and the other teachers will take care of that. All right, so pick up information. We plan to be home around 9, hopefully 8:30ish. Have the students clean the bus when we get back. Also, have your kids start texting their parents as we approach Highway 206 on 95. Give the parents plenty of time to know where we are to get there. So, girls and mixed groups. And a mixed group is considered to be a group where um, I may have daughters and I'm taking home my neighbor's son, or I may have sons and I'm taking home my niece, kind of thing. You've got boys and girls mixed together, a carpool type of situation. Girls in mixed groups are going to be picked up in the bus loop, which is in front of the office, and boys are going to be picked up on the parent loop on the other side, over in front of. I think I got that backwards. In the bus loop, yeah, the girls are going to be picked up in the bus loop over by the eighth grade hall, and the boys will be picked up on the parent loop in front of the front office. So that's the way we're going to do that. That helps speed things up. It gets people going into different um, exits, entrances, and coming out in different ways so that we can hopefully spread the love around with the parking lot there. Okay, so that's about it. You'll get your t-shirts. The t-shirts I didn't cover. I will send your t-shirt home with your kiddo on Tuesday. We're distributing t-shirts. Actually, I think we're going to distribute t-shirts tomorrow. So you'll be getting your t-shirt tomorrow, which will be Friday. If you don't get it on Friday, then kiddos can pick them up on Tuesday, and the very last they'll be on the bus. Now, some chaperones that signed up late, you may not have a t-shirt. Um, we'll make sure all the kids have t-shirts before we start giving to chaperones. But the shirt's actually a light blue color. It's kind of in the vein of this backdrop right here on the video. So it's kind of that kind of blue. Um, so you'll see the shirt from your kiddo, and you can try to match it if you want to, or just do your own thing, or any Pasetti Bay shirt you may have. All right. If you have any questions, please email me or Miss Sims, and we'll get those taken care of. Thank you. Bye.